We bought this property a number of years ago, and by the door there's one of these master lock key boxes. And the person we bought it from was like an estate company, because the people who owned it had died, so they didn't know the combination for this. And it's been here years and years and years, and as you can see, for all the dust and detritus on it. And I wanted to work out how to get in it. So I've worked out how to do it, and I thought I'd do this video to share to people how to do it. Obviously, don't use this for nefarious purposes. This is just if you're in an instance like me. I was going to try and prise it off the wall, but I was determined to get into it. I did try random combinations for ages, but this is the pretty much foolproof way of doing it. So the way these work is, behind here there is a shaft that's circular, and it will have a flat point on it. So what you need to do is find out where that flat point on this shaft here is, and then that will help you decode it and find out what number it is. So when you get the combination, you pull this and the hatch lifts down. So in order to do this, all you'll need is a tin can. Now this is a beer can, and obviously be very careful doing this. Just with a pair of scissors, you cut it into strips. You can see here I first tried with a wider one, didn't work, kept getting jammed. But the best size really is around probably like 3 to 5 millimeters wide, just a strip enough. And what you're going to be doing is fitting it in between there. That one's a bit too thin and a bit feeble. This one's about right, which is probably, yeah, you can see it's like half the width of a fingernail. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place this between the wheels. Now there are different models of this, but in this particular instance the left hand side's a bit easier to fit in, and you're going to place it just there in between the wheel here. I'm just using this to point things out, and because I've got fat fingers. But you place it as far back as you can go, and then you just lift it up until this edge here is contacting the wheel, not the wheel, the spindle. And then what you're going to want to do is, I find it easy with a pokey stick, but is rotate the dial until you feel a difference, and this goes into the flat spot. So if you can see here, just go down, and then that's just gone lower. Can you see that's lower than the horizon? So if I lift it up, that goes up. Try and get you a little bit closer so you can see what's going on. So it's there like that, and then it goes down. So that's now down. So you found the flat spot. So we know now that now this is 8. Now the thing with this is it will be vary on depending on what model you've got. Sometimes that will be the code. So what I'm going to do, so now I know that's 8, I'll write that down just in case I forget, and I'll move on to the next number, and then we'll go down 1, just, and there we go, 6. That's just dropped down. So we'll move on to the next one. That, oh yeah, that went back up. So 1 there, 6, 1. There, that's just moved down. See that moving? So this just helps move it around. So at the moment we've got 8, 6, 1, 7, and when you unlock it, if you do eventually unlock it, you can change this code, which is something I'll do. So that doesn't appear to the code. Now in my instance, you move it forward by 3 numbers, but in other people's it's been 5 numbers. So all you do is just work your way through the numbers and move each one down by 1, and try the little lever. So I'll show you mine. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and then just pull the lock down, and it opens, and the treasure inside is revealed. Then once you've done that, you can press here and reset the code, and I will be doing that myself here, so then it can be potentially a usable lock. Or to be honest, what I'll probably do is remove the screws and take it off, because it's not something we really need. And with the ease of opening this, as you can see, it's not exactly secure, so it's not something that would be great to have. Maybe you could put a shed key here, so for a shed in the garden, so it's quick and easy. Potentially, but I think I'm just going to remove it. So I hope that helps you out there if you're stuck in a situation where you bought a property or you rent a property and it's got one of these lock boxes. As I said, please don't use it for nefarious purposes. If you like this kind of video, click here and subscribe for extra how-to videos.